Tonight, the battle to ban TikTok intensifying in Washington, with House leaders confirming they'll vote next week on a bill that would effectively ban the app, unless it's sold by its Chinese parent company, ByteDance.
We can't have a foreign-controlled social media app pushing misinformation, certainly not to our children.
After the bill was introduced earlier this week, TikTok blasted out this message, urging users to call their members of Congress and demand they vote against it. Sydney Rosiak, who makes her money as an influencer, did just that.
What would it mean for you if TikTok were to be banned?
First of all, that is my career, so my career would be gone.
Lawmakers say their phones rang off the hook.
Well, I kind of went into mom mode, right, because I know that TikTok has really weaponized our young people. I took it into my own hands, got on the phone, and tried to explain to our young people why we're doing what we're doing.
TikTok's pressure campaign appears to have backfired. In a rare show of bipartisanship, a House committee voted unanimously in favor of the legislation. This isn't the first time the U.S. has tried to limit TikTok. In 2020, former President Donald Trump attempted to ban the app with an executive order. Last year, TikTok's top executive was grilled on the Hill.
We have seen no evidence that the Chinese government has access to that data. They have never asked us. We have not provided.
Well, you know what?
I
find that actually preposterous.
Tonight, TikTok saying this will damage millions of businesses and destroy the livelihoods of countless creators. Mr. Trump now expressing concerns about the new legislation, saying it could make Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg more powerful, while President Biden says he supports it.
If they pass it, I'll sign it.
Savannah Sellers, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.